Hi guys, my name is Kiera, also known as Hobonichi, and today we're in my baby, my pride and joy, my Hobonichi cousin. Love her, she's so thick. I will just say really quickly, I do have the windows open, and there's just like a nice cool draft coming through the house. And I live in the desert, so I don't want to turn on the air conditioning if I don't have to. So you might hear slight wind noises, you might hear blinds kind of like rubbing against the window, but nothing that's too crazy. If it gets too crazy, then of course I'll go into voiceover mode. Just wanted to put that out there really quickly. We are going to be setting up for June 2nd through the 8th. As you can see, I probably had to get some glue on that. Let me do that right quick while I'm talking to you. We already did this weekly section. I'll make sure I link that video in the description if you're curious to how I set this video up, or set this page up in a video. You can definitely feel free to take a look over there and see how it was done. It is a little bit of a different style than I usually do when it comes to how I set up my weekly versions, but it's cute. I like her. She's different. She's unique. We welcome her to the club, right? Right. So this is how it looks. We are going to be using this Disney anthology sticker book, the Brave section, and then we will be using that with these stickers from Sticker Guru called Explore Outside. So we are going to set up the daily section using the exact same stickers that we used in the weekly section. It's just so nice when you do that. One thing I wanted to do really quickly was kind of like review my last daily section, because you guys never really get to see how this looks until after, like, maybe I post the monthly flip through video, and then I noticed those are not even like really being seen. Not that I care, I love those videos, but it's just I see that you guys really prefer the weekly section setups, which of course I get that as well. But for the people who do want to see like how it looks after I set up everything, I thought it would be nice to kind of just review that really quickly. So this is what we did last week. I did use these little character stickers. I have lots of character stickers, but I don't use them often, so I kind of like forced myself to use them. But I do like how everything's looking here. I might have to move my little plant back just a wee bit. There we go. I played with lettering as well, as you can see. So we have this lettering here. This is a different kind of lettering as well. Lots of different lettering. When you do different lettering, it adds like texture, and I love that. And so, oh, here's one that I wrote in bubble letters. I think it's cute, but I needed to squish these letters together a little bit more. That way it's not like this, as you can see, it's so spaced out, and then this is kind of like squished together. It's still kind of cute though. This was a different kind of lettering as well. So as you can see, this week I did definitely play with like lettering, and it was fun. So I used that to adventure. I was scared of this week because of the green and black, which definitely gives Beetlejuice vibes. But now that it's all completed and it's been written in, I really like it. This was really fun. I do have to write in today, like what happened today. So we'll get that done as well. But yeah, that's how last week was looking. Let me know how you feel about it. It's different. We did the tip in, which was kind of a fail, but you know, she's here. She's holding on for her dear life. We did the tip in, and then we also did like the waterfall tap. So as you can see, this is cut around here, and that's really cute and easy to grasp. And then we cut around the limes as well, and that's really fun. And you can still see the washi on the other side poking out, and I love that. It's just cute. It's just fun. It's just a way to add more dimension to your Hobonichi cousin, and also bulk, in case you're wondering. Yes, it adds bulk, but I am here for the bulk. I love a chunky girl. I want my planner to be very chunky by the end of this, so I ain't mad at that. So here we are. This is what we'll be decorating. This first page, this is the start of the week, but as you can see, I moved Sunday over here because I don't like separating the the week with that title page. So I moved it over here. That's what the tip-in was originally for. So this will become like a decorative page, and then we'll go ahead and set up for the rest of this. It looks like it ends here on the 8th. So I am thinking about going back to Cali. What am I thinking about? Doing something like either, let me see if I can find it. Now it's not here. Doing something like this, because I have these full boxes. So doing like a waterfall tab with like the tabs being the full boxes, or doing something like this where there's still tabs for a waterfall, but it's more of a horizontal layout. I don't know yet which way I'm gonna go, so I guess we will find out together. The first thing that I really want to do is kind of like cover up this. Let me see how many boxes I have. 2, 4, 6. So I can use, well, 2, 4, 6, 7. I can use one box on this page. I kind of want to use this here, the wolf howling at the moon by itself. Talking to the moon. Okay, let me see. I wish there was foil on all the full boxes. That was the thing that sticker companies were doing back when they first started. As you guys know, this is an old sticker kit. I'm trying to use up all my old sticker kits, and I don't know what compelled them to do that. If you're gonna give me foil, give me foil everywhere. It wasn't just Sticker Guru. A lot of people were doing that, but they definitely elevated now. It's like if you want foil, they gonna blind you nowadays. So they up their foil game, which I can appreciate, because you know you pay extra for foil. So if you're gonna make me pay extra, give me the foil. And so everybody has updated that. I'm going to add this washi here. Try not to stretch it too hard. That's one problem that I have. I'll be stretching the mess out of my washi. So we're going to do that. And then I'll probably stick something down here. I want some foil to go up there at the top. I don't want to use my washi yet. Maybe I'll use, I don't know what I'll use, to be honest. Maybe I'll use these guys here, like the flags. It's different, I know, but I think I'm gonna do it because I wouldn't use them otherwise. So I'm just gonna layer them on top of each other, which is probably going to look crazy, but I can't help but want to see how it turns out, you know? So we'll try to lay it as straight as possible, covering the triangle parts as much as possible. I can already tell like it's not straight, but you know, it's not good, but it's good enough. So I'm okay with it. I'm gonna try to correct it by kind of like tilting this one up a little bit more. Did that work? Who knows? We'll leave the flag part on this one here. And these things are hard to get off the paper because, like I said, I've had this kit for a while now. I can probably confidently say it's been some years. So when you do that with stickers and washi too, I've noticed that they either lose their stick or they get way too sticky. So you have been warned. Okay, that actually didn't come out too bad. I'm not mad at it. We are going to put the orange washi here at the bottom too. You know, kind of make it all match. There we go. All right, and then I do kind of want to bring some color, not some color, but like some foil up here, since there is foil. Maybe I'll show that this is the next week, because I usually like to write, like, see, this has week 22. So maybe I'll write somewhere week 23. What do I want to use for that though? I kind of want to use a green because there's not a lot of green on the page. So we'll use this. But it's kind of like all by itself. All by myself. Don't wanna be. Okay, if you guys didn't know that I randomly sing way too much, you should know now. Like, I just find it fun. I think we'll use these leaves. And then I did pull the green, but now that we're using the leaves, I think that's more than enough green. Let's use the green. And we'll just put this up here. Like so, like that. Maybe grab the berries here. Yep. You see? And then something like this. I usually cut around the white border. I don't really care to do that right now. Kind of want to add this here. And then cut this. That way it can show like both under the box. So like here, put the box here, and then also on top of the box. That's what I was trying to do, yeah. And then we'll place that here. And I think that's good to kind of like show what we were on. It's not centered, but I'm not mad at it at the same time. It's good enough, you know? All right, let's move on to the next page. I'll come back and add what I feel like needs to be added. Let's just start by throwing down some of this washi, this beautiful washi, like gorgeous, right? I think I'm going to put it all the way at the bottom. I've been liking how that looks recently, so if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? The only thing is, this doesn't want to come up. There we go. And we're going to put this all the way at the bottom. Well, not all the way, but instead of placing it above this, because I usually place this washi above this last line, we're placing it below the last line. And that's different for me. That's something that I don't usually do. But I guess we're all about trying new things lately, so let's go ahead and do it. And then let's grab this. If it'll let me. And I think I'm going to start by putting this down first, like so. And then I can follow it up with this, just so it kind of matches a little bit more. And then I'll find my scissors. Oh, but I wanted to do a whatchamacallit, right? I'm already messing up. I wanted to do a Dutch door, but I don't want to cut this part off, so maybe I'm not doing a Dutch door, or I can do a horizontal Dutch door. I think that's what we're going to have to do. So we'll do it like this. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We'll cut this part off. So I'm just going to take a pencil, and I'm thinking we'll just take off, ooh, this pencil needs to be sharpened. We'll take off like enough to hold a box, which will be, if I put it all the way at the top, at the 12 mark. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just quickly cut all these pages until Saturday. Saturday we're gonna leave whole because it has Sunday and then next week on it. So if Sunday was right here, we would cut this at the 12. Well, I would. But since we're starting a new week here, I don't want to kind of like have a Dutch door and then we're kind of like peeking into the next week. I can kind of see how that would be cool too. If you want to have like a next week option at the all the way at the end and you can see it on every page, that would actually be cool. Maybe I'll try that another day. But today I ain't feeling it. So I'm just gonna cut all these pages Tuesday, Thursday. So that's 2 pages and I'm gonna cut them both at the 12 mark and I'm gonna be right back. Okay, so I already cut them. As you can see, we cut until we see Saturday. I left this one here just so you guys can see really quickly, again, if you're new here, how I take out my pages without harming it. I know in the previous video, you just saw me like kind of like yank it out and cause a bunch of like cuts and stuff. That was with the old Hobonichi cousin that I won't say I don't care about, but I knew I wasn't harming anything really because it there were pages that were blank in that one. So with this, you're going to use a sharp pair of scissors. Please, you don't use your son's like craft scissors, school scissors, you know, that are rounded. It's just not gonna work, baby boo. So use a sharp pair of scissors. Go close to the spine, but not on the spine. Apply a wee bit of texture, not texture, but pressure. You don't need a lot. You just need enough. And then it should just tear out. See? I didn't cut the line straight, but you won't even be able to notice really. So that's basically it. As you can see with the bulk on it here, opened up, you don't notice a thing, so it's all good. So this is where it's at now. I am going to try to do some sticker surgery here. I have all of these here. Let's see. We'll use this one because we could use some more orange. And I'm gonna place that like right here. I think I messed up just because I should have placed the sticker down before cutting, but it is what it is. I'm not gonna cry about it. We'll just put it all the way at the tip here. And then don't let go because it will stick. This is the easy way to remedy this. Then after that, whatever sticker you're going to use, let's use this one. And you're just going to place it at the same spot, kind of like stick it on top of each other. You have to be a little bit more careful with what you're doing, but it shouldn't be too hard. There we go. Then you have a tab there. All right, and then let's do another tab here. Since we use lots of orange, let's get this green down on the next one. So that's going to be right here. And then before we flip, we turn it. And let's see, we'll use this one here. Like so. We'll put that down. Kind of just try to be careful. There we go, lined it up. So now we have 2 tabs, and then that'd be kind of cool to stick down like right here so we can cover up that space. Okay, so we want to put it like right here. Okay, kind of get it as straight as possible. There we go. All right, so you can see it's nice and straight, and then we have like this slither that we can put something on. Let's put we can have Meredith, or which one? I'm thinking maybe the bears actually. I like them stacked on top of each other. So we'll have to cut around them like so. Whoops, scissors so sharp they just had a mind of their own. This is the only one that I'll cut on screen because I'm sure nobody wants to sit here and watch me cut paper. Like, you get it. Just try to cut as close as possible without tearing into the sticker. Or you can leave the white on there. It's no big deal. I just cannot. I like it to look like integrated, so that's why I will try to cut all the white off, but it's not necessary. You can definitely choose to keep it there if that's what you so choose. That's a little bit too much. Okay, almost done. Yeah, for moving forward, I'll cut this part out so you guys don't have to sit there and bear through it. Get it? Get it? Okay. Yep, almost done. Give me a second. Okay, I think that'll about do it right there. There it is. Okay, perfect. And the tweezers are here. We are going to put them where you can see them. Like right here. Yeah, that's cute. And then I think I'm going to do an orange strip of washi across the top here just to kind of like cover up this awkward space we're making. So yeah, that's something. And then before I forget, Sunday is part of this week too. So let's make sure we get some kind of washi on Sunday. I kind of want to save this for like the 2 pages, but does it really matter? Like put that here. Yeah, I think I kind of want to put that here. So let's put that here really quickly. There we go. That looks good. And then we have this right here that needs to be fixed or addressed. I'm going to use these headers for washi yet again. Let's use the orange since there's lots of like dark colors here. We'll stick these somewhat at the bottom, but not all the way at the bottom. I'm sticking them closer so I can write at the bottom if needed, especially since they're cut, such as like right here, I went all the way to the bottom, I went all the way to the bottom, so I'm giving myself more writing space basically. And that's the beauty of the Hobonichi cousin, you guys, because it's like, I know a lot of people are like scared because it is so much space, but you can do with it as you please. And it's like, if you think it's so much space, put some stickers or whatever, ephemera, put it all in there to take up space. And in the weeks that you want more space, you got more space. I don't know, that's why I like it. But of course, do what works best for you, boo. If it's too intimidating, then just let it go. But I just always have fun in my Hobonichi cousin because it's so spacious. There's so much you can do. Unlimited possibilities. So we're still adding the washi. There we go. And again, this is not washi. These are headers, but I use them like washi. So it is what it is. And it looks like it might actually rain today. That's probably why it's so windy. So I'm sorry if my lighting is weird because it was like the sun was out when I started, but now it looks like it's going away because it's getting ready for rain, which, you know, I'm never gonna say no to, never. Let's use the last bit here, these last headers to make washi here. I'm so hoping that it rains because Lord, it be hot and that rain be cooling down everything and it slows down everything. It's just, man, I love the rain. Sometimes I wish I lived in DC just for the rain because I just love rain. Seattle, I would love to live in just like a rainy place. One day, probably when the kids grow up, I do think I am going to move because I love the rain. And I know the rain isn't for everybody. Some people, they actually state that they get sadness due to the rain. I'm sorry to hear that, but you know, I get it, especially with the sun being gone. But yeah, I could definitely use more rain in my life. I'm going to put some washi up here too. So which kind of person are you? Do you like the rain or are you over the rain? The rain be doing the most in your eyes. Let me know. I'm just trying to use up the rest of this washi here. Again, it's not washi, I'm just calling it that. Okay, and I'll just stack this here. Okay, perfect. I still have some washi left, so I'm trying to think if there's anywhere else I can put it. Could make it go across here if I wanted to, but I think I'll save it. Maybe across here. Yeah, let's do that. Let's use what we got left and kind of like alternate it. We'll put the dark one on this side since there are already lots of dark colors. Like so. And then we have this light color left that actually goes well here. And yeah. Okay, and there's plenty of space for Merida too. But what I'm going to do really quickly off screen, just so you guys don't have to see me struggle, is right here. So as you can see, there's paper right here. It just looks unfinished to me. So I'm going to take this skinny washi and place it right there, just so it kind of has like, I don't know, it doesn't look rough. Like this just looks unfinished. So I'm putting washi here and on the back side as well. So washi will go up here, washi will go here, and then washi's gonna go up there. I'm gonna do that really quickly off screen and then I'll be right back. Okay, so this is it without, or with all the orange washi on it. I do like how it looks more finished here. That's cleaner. And then I did double up here on the orange washi because when it's closed, as you can see, there would have still been like a little slither of space that I just did not want to see. So I did double up there, and then we have it on this page as well. And again, I pulled it too tight so you can see it stretching here. So I'm just going to relieve some of that tension with the washi. Okay, and then let's see. I'm going to mark like spaces because I don't know why I think about this kind of stuff. But as you can see, when you close this, you still see all of this, right? So I'm just marking that down with the pencil. You still see all of that. And then here, you still see something here. I need a new pencil. Why am I working with this crappy pencil? Let me see. Does this work? Okay. So you can still see all of this here. And then here, this is like another section that you can see. And obviously there's that. So maybe I'm thinking we put the orange washi, kind of like keep it going here. I don't know, I'm just like brainstorming with you guys. Doing the most as per usual. We'll put that down here, kind of like follow it up. There we go. And then if it'll let me, we'll cut that here. Okay, and then I feel like so here especially, so here. Okay, so here and here we'll still see things, and then here we'll still see things. So I'm going to get some stuff here. Maybe I do like this, but how big is this? Like, I feel like this would be a good space. Yeah, I'll probably cut around the white lines, so I'll do that off camera. And then here, but wait, if I put that here, okay, I have to make sure I keep him in both of these spaces because, but if I do that, see, if I close it here, then you'll just see their butts here. You see what I'm saying? These are the kind of things that I think about. So completely unnecessary, but they're what I think about. I lost my page, y'all. Dang, the book closed, and now I gotta try to figure out where I was. I think she was further. These are like the older princesses. Mulan, Aladdin. Here we go. All right, so I have to think of something that will fill those. Let me see. Maybe I'm thinking, so like right here, we can put her and the horse in this section, right? And then we can put something else in that section. What? I don't know. And then here, we still have that space that needs to be taken. Maybe we can add, I'm thinking what would fit nicely there. Probably her with this bow. No, it kind of like comes off the page. Maybe her with these flowers will fit in that nice little spot. Yeah, that actually will fit nicely. So I'm going to cut around these white lines, stick stickers where I feel like they will cover up these spaces here nicely, and then I will come back to you. Okay, I'm going to try to hurry up and wrap this up now because we are losing the sun. As you can see, I did go around and cut around the sticker so there's not so much of that white space around it. As you can see, that's the aftermath. I'll take the last full box here, and this is going to go, sorry about the car. I think I'll put it down here, or do I want it up here? Where do I want it, you guys? Down here or up here? I think I'll put it up here. And we'll put it somewhat in the middle, like so. Yeah. Like so. Yeah, I kind of like it right here. There we go. And then we'll do this one where she's following the wispies. There we go. And then we can do this one here. And then we can do this one here. There we go. And we used up all of these, yay. And how many checklists do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7. Perfect. So we can do our 75 soft list as well. With that, I'm just going to follow the line. I think I'll do like a dash and a dot kind of deal. Let's see. So we'll go like this. And then we'll just add dots like so. I think I got too scared to just make it go how I need it to go. So we'll do it again. We'll do a few dashes. Like so. Like that. Okay, yeah, we'll use the flags. Let's just use them as they come. And this is just going to be where we mark our 75 soft. Like so. And then we'll match it with this. Like so. And then we'll do that on this side. On this side it's green. We'll mark 75. If it'll come off. Come on. Come on. Oh my gosh. It's like doing something funky down there. I think I fixed it. There we go. Yeah, I fixed it. We'll put that over the number. And that. And I guess we're going to need to write the days of the week. So I'll take the orange highlighter and like right here, I'll put day of the week. Oh, that's sloppy. There we go. And then like here, I'll put the day of the week. Should I go across the whole thing? I feel like I have to now. Like so. Okay. My little bootleg tabs are coming up. Next time if I do this, which I have no problem with making bootleg tabs, I think it just needs to be reinforced with clear tape. That way it kind of like is not sticking to itself. Because all it is just two stickers on top of each other, kind of like how these tabs are. But because they're smaller, they're a little bit more fragile. So I would just reinforce it with tape. But yeah, and then we'll do the lettering of the day, which is going to be something like this. Monday, the two here. And then we'll do that here. So this was Tuesday. A. That's a big D. Well, that's what he said. Okay. Okay. And then we'll do 3 over here. And then of course you guys know I journal twice. One prompt is the prompt that I get from Coffee Monsters Co. And then the other journaling that I do is basically just what happened that day or something that I want to note for that day. And I think I'm just going to divide it with maybe a square, or do I want to do another line? Because this is, you know, in the way here. I think I'm going to do like a square, like so. I think that works. And because I'm trying to get this done before the sun goes down or it starts raining and gets even darker, I think I'll just quickly do this off camera as well. And then show you guys the final flip. But it's basically going to look like this, which is already so cute, right? So stinking cute. So I'm going to do this on all the other pages really quickly, and then I'm going to come right back to you. So don't go anywhere. All right, everybody, real quick, here's the final flip through. We have this just random page, just because we moved Sunday over here, just in case you forgot. So we have an extra page. I'll use this to draw. I'll use this to write song lyrics, maybe write about a quote, or if I just need extra journaling space, sometimes I do that too. I'll maybe if I go out with my friends and want to put pictures or something here, then I'll use this page to journal about a very specific day this week. So plenty of extra space to write. Moving on to the actual week. So we did add the 75 soft. I forgot that exercise needs to be on here. I usually don't write the same thing that I wrote in my weekly section just because I find it redundant. But because it's for a very specific thing that I'm trying to accomplish, I don't mind writing it twice. So I will write whatever exercise I did that day here in this section as well. As you can see, each day is separated into threes. The 75 soft section, the section where I write about the Coffee Monsters journaling prompts, and then basically a little snippet of what happened that day. And really, this is a real easy way to cut down the, I guess, big amount of page that there is when it comes with the Hobonichi cousin. As you can see, instead of just writing for this whole day, cutting it into this little square, that's doable. You should be able to write about something that happened that day, or something that you're grateful for, something that ticked you off. Something small can definitely go here for that day. So that's why I like to do it, because I'm a busy mom too. So as much as I love journaling, I can't always put like a good amount of time, or as much of time that I want to put into it. So I love setting it all up like this. That way, when it comes to that day, I can journal for about 10-15 minutes and then I'm done. And it still looks so great when it's all done. So yeah, that's Monday, that's Tuesday. Here we are with Wednesday and Thursday. As you can see with this section here, I have her here, so nothing's being blocked. We have our sections here again, a section here, and then more journaling space. Love it. And then here is Friday and Saturday. There is a little space up here. I'm thinking about putting a little quote there. Maybe I hear something from someone, a client, a coworker. I'll put that there. Maybe I read something, a sentence in a book that I find inspiring. I'll put that there. Song lyric that I heard that day, I'll put that there. Some kind of quote would probably find its way here. And yeah, moving on to the last page here, Sunday all by itself. As you can see, just a little bit more space here. It feels a little bit more, I guess, like you can breathe. Where I love this. I do love the Dutch doors here, just because it is just so fun. But I can see how someone, not me, but I can see how someone might find this a little bit claustrophobic, because now you are like zooming in a lot. And so back to the regular amount of page of Hobonichi cousin you get, then you can breathe a little bit more. But yeah, that is basically it. I really do enjoy how this one came out this week. The colors I'm not mad at. I actually do like the colors because they are still earthy, but like saturated earthy. Like the oranges remind me of like the ground that I see here in the desert, and then you have like these pops of greens and blues. So it's still very like earthy to me, which is probably why I'm still gravitating toward it, even though it is still pretty loud. But yeah, it's very pretty. So I really am excited about writing here in my weekly section. This is cute. And then also in my daily section, it's just so much fun. So yeah, be on the lookout on Instagram. I'll try to post how these bad boys look filled out. I did do, I think, a post with this on Instagram with this page. So yeah, if you want to see how they look filled out, every once in a while I'll try to get it up on Instagram. But that's basically it for this video today, you guys. If you liked the video, feel free to like the video. If you dislike the video, feel free to dislike the video. It's whatever, bro. I hope you stay safe and stay creative, and I'll see you in the next one. All right? Bye.